Hello and welcome to the 15th annual LD Micro main event. We are here at the Lux in Los Angeles. I'm joined by Shri of SmartKem, ticker symbol SMTK on the OTC. Shri, thank you so much for joining us here today. We're excited to learn more about the company. Our viewers are eager to hear.
Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity. SmartKem is a very interesting company. There are many ways to describe this company. The easiest way to think about this is all of us have smartwatches, we carry phones, we have TVs, we see electronic signage everywhere, all kinds of different electronic displays. Our aim is to make all of that go from glass to plastic, right? Today, they use transistors on glass to make those pixels work. We want to put all of this on plastic so that your watch weighs less, your VR headset weighs less, is faster, lower cost. Your TVs you stick on the wall rather than projecting out of the wall and those kind of things. That's what we are all about, to make a flexible transistor-based devices which are very rugged and who are, by the way, much lower cost than anything that you've seen before.
Fantastic. And you're the chief marketing officer. How
Correct.
did you get involved with the company?
So I've been in the industry for a long time. I work on a number of different technologies. I had the opportunity to look at SmartKem that has a very unique technology. They've been researching and perfecting the science for 10 years. And it is at the point where we beat everybody in the market in terms of specifications, in terms of performance. So when you get to that stage, the next step is how do you commercialize this? How do you, this is the best part of the company rather than, in the early stages when you're researching and you're mixing materials to create something unique. Now is a chance to put it into devices and show it to people how to use.
Wow. So I can see you're obviously very passionate about
I am
this.
indeed.
Where does this passion come from? Were you always like this, or did it evolve?
I'm a little crazy. I love technology. And then my job is there is wonderful technology in our back office, right? In our R&D labs, in the factories, in the engineering, so on and so forth. And you can have the best technology in the world, and if the world doesn't know about it, then what good is it?
Right.
My job is to make sure the world knows about it, and I have fun doing it.
That's amazing. And obviously, the last 2 years have been very difficult for a lot of public companies with the pandemic and now with the recession and the supply chain issues and you name it. What has the company been doing to kind of ride that wave and overcome some of those obstacles?
In some ways, the pandemic has been wonderful for us because most of the companies we work with are now, they had much more time to focus on what I call quadrant two, which is important but not urgent, which is R&D, right? To develop new products, technologies that will come into market in the future. So that's perfect for us when you're introducing a brand new technology into the market. And this brand new technology will allow them to be very successful in the future. So we had a lot of time when people are not on airplanes and traveling and busy in meetings and so on. We had much greater opportunity to focus on that quadrant two activity with our clients. So we've had a very productive 2 years working on taking this technology to the next level, more from research into development.
That's great. Good for you guys. And off of that question, are there any new products or announcements that you're able to share?
Not yet. I will share a couple of joint development agreements that we have made recently. The ones that we have announced. There are, because we're publicly listed, I won't be able to talk about ones we have not announced yet. We we have agreements with a company in Taiwan called RIT Display that is in the process of taking our materials and transforming a monochrome display used for sports watches and those kind of devices
All right.
into color.
Really?
Normally, they would have to spend a lot of money to build a factory and so on. We are able to use their existing factory with our materials and get them into market sooner. That's one. Other is we are working with Nanosys, which is a very famous company that makes quantum dot technology.
Familiar,
We have
yeah.
a joint development agreement with them to develop a new product category. So those are some of the things we have announced. We are also working on replacing, like for example, behind you there's a TV, right? It's made of LCD technology and there's a backlight. We are trying to transform that into a mini LED-based signage type product,
Wow.
and we are enabling the backplane of that technology. That's also very exciting for us because If you take your tablet that's in your hand or your phone outdoors, you can't see it,
Yep.
right? You don't fight against the sun and wind. Sun always wins.
Always.
And but there is a technology LED miniature or mini LED that can actually fight the sun and wind because it's very powerful.
Is that the nano LED?
It
Or
is
it's not
micro LED,
micro LED?
And mini LED, and these two nano LED will also come after this. And these technologies we are able to enable by putting them on plastic substrates, making them thinner, lighter, flexible, so on and so forth. And that's what we are all about.
What are some of the coolest products you've had the opportunity to develop using this tech so far?
The coolest products are the products that look like a thin sheet of plastic. It's almost like a film. Not even a sheet of plastic can give you a feeling that it's thick. No, this is like literally a film
Oh, wow.
where you can barely see the thickness, and we can print our transistors on it,
Wow.
particularly for IoT type applications and so on. We are also seeing a lot of traction in the virtual reality headsets. Today, if you wear the virtual reality headsets with some of the current technology, first time you wear it, if you're not aware, your head kind of goes down
Big
this way
and
because
bulky.
there's a weight,
Yeah.
right? And we will reduce that weight tremendously by using this technology. And also, as you know, many of these products cost way more than what the mass market will consume at, and we are able to reduce that cost as well.
It sounds like such a versatile technology. Obviously, this is a rapidly changing and evolving all the time. How do you track the different trends?
The way we track trends are we are constantly in front of customers to find out what they're doing. We are very fortunate that we influence every single display technology in the world, so we have access to that. Second, if a guy like me has been in the industry for 25 years, we know everybody in the market, so we hear things. And of course, we also have relationship with industry analysts, and we chat with them nonstop. We go to events like this where we meet people, and it's it's a lot of hard work, but we can get data, real-time data on the market.
Absolutely. So, based on that answer, where do you see the company going in the next 5 years?
We hope that 5 years from now, we will see less rigid and clunky products that are heavy. They consume a lot of power. They're expensive, and think of it. All of our displays are all rectangular, right?
Yeah.
And imagine if you can create displays that are non-rectangular. We can do things like that. But mostly what you will see is a manifestation of our technology in virtual reality headsets, augmented reality headsets, and also you will see it in mini LED TVs and things like that. There'll be many of those devices. Hopefully, some wrist-worn devices that will be lighter. Like you're wearing a watch, which is obviously not a. It's a fairly heavy watch from what I can tell.
It's a little bulky.
But if you were to wear something when you are exercising, right, you want this to be as light as possible, right?
And
Last thing you
durable.
want to do is weigh it down, right? You might as well tie a 2-pound dumbbell to your hand. That's what a lot of our sports watches are. They're quite heavy. We can reduce it to a point where you won't know it's there. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
This is the beauty of our technology.
It sounds very promising. I'm excited to follow the story. Is there anything else you wanted to close out by telling investors?
Sure. Our technology is a very unique technology. We've taken 10 years to develop something like this, and it'll manifest itself in many different products over time. But for now, we see a lot of R&D opportunities with a number of customers, and we hope that both those that are invested in our company, thank you very much for investing in our company, but also for those that are looking at our company and looking at the opportunities, is to dig in and see the trends in the market and how we influence a lot of these trends. I think we have a very, very unique technology and a unique company.
I think so also. Shri, thank you so much for coming by
Thank
and
you
sharing
so
your
much.
story, telling our audience about what SmartKem is working on, and we look forward to following that story as it progresses.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very kind.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.